Hello, welcome to Beyond the Edge. I'm your host, Brandy Deutsch, and today we're on location with Kee Eddings. She is CEO of Kizz My Passport Travel Agency and Kizz My Legacy Wine. Kee, I'm so excited to have you here today.
Yes, I am as well. Thank you so much.
So let's start with travel, Kee. Tell me about your Kizz My Legacy Travel Agency. Let's start with that.
So Kizz My Passport Travel Agency was created. We're actually about to celebrate 5 years. I'm super excited about that. And what we do is we help entrepreneurs and young professionals actually integrate travel into their work-life balance. I'm telling you guys, work-life balance is super important, and when you are traveling, you can do both. You can work and have fun. So whether it's taking a couple pictures for your brand and still enjoying the fun activities of excursions and relaxing and being at the pool, whichever way it is, that work-life balance is super important. So I'm glad that you understand that.
I love that. And why not? Why not have a good time while you're working? I am a workaholic. Recovering workaholic. I'm a recovering workaholic. Let me be, real clear about that. And so I know how important it is to relax and enjoy life while you're also that work-life balance that you're talking about.
Yes.
Now, do you have themed or packages, like all-inclusive packages type things with this travel agency?
So we actually do include all-inclusive packages where if you want us to do airfare, hotel, airport transportation, we do complimentary itinerary planning, as well as we can assist you with any excursions that you want to do. So that type of packaging is really beneficial, especially for someone who's trying to run a business, trying to, run the household, do everything. You can have something where everything is already done. So those type of all-inclusive packages are something that we do. But outside of that, you have some all-inclusive packages that come with the hotels. So that is like food, beverage, drinks, so you don't have to worry about anything. So it really just depends on what your needs are, but we also do prepared packages in advance, and you can catch those on our websites. We also do have a travel club where we do quarterly trips as well. So if you don't have someone that's ready to go and travel with you, no worries. You have the travel club to be able to join us on those trips as well.
I love that, because then you get to meet new people.
Yes.
And you're traveling with these people, you establish these connections and new relationships. That is so much fun.
Make new friends, be around like-minded people that also love to travel. And we actually have a group where we all kind of text message each other. And with that allows you to build more relationships with those people that you've already been in contact with and started to be around. So that way when you say, oh, I don't have anything to do, you can just tell your girl up and say, hey y'all, I'm about to do this. What do y'all think? And that just creates another community for us.
I love that. How amazing. So I'll tell you this, my husband is very picky, so I want to talk about food, okay? I love to travel and I want to take him with me and he wants to go, but then he's, honey, what are you going to do when there's nothing available for you to eat? Tell me about food and that kind of stuff in these packages.
So foods can always be a hit or a miss. One of my travel agents, she works with me now, but she was always a great friend in college. She would always only order chicken tenders, and I'm like, girl, like, you cannot just always order chicken tenders everywhere we go. But the good thing about it was, like, at the all-inclusives, chicken tenders were always an option. So she was like, I can never go wrong at these all-inclusives where I have this food, because they always have chicken tenders. I'm like, yeah, for the kids. Like, right. You're an adult, like, venture out. And so we would always joke with her, like, oh, we know what she's ordering, chicken tenders, because that was something that was always included in the all-inclusive options, and it was something she could always find.
I love it.
Well, I'm gonna let you know. So when we first started traveling, we would let her get her chicken tenders, but as we eventually kept venturing out with her, she eventually started to open up more of her palate. Look, she eats sushi now. Now I'm gonna tell you, some days she still order her chicken tenders, but she's opening up to more options the more and more that she travels. And sometimes that could just be the pivot point that you need to go from chicken tenders to eating more authentic foods and venturing out to try at least a chicken taco or something. So she really has expanded. I'm telling you, like, V went from just only eating chicken tenders to now, like, being open to more authentic food options. Just because she did the all-inclusive packages and because they were all-inclusive, she doesn't have to worry about ordering food that she doesn't like and wasting money.
What I also know about your passport scholarship program, we're going to talk about that a little bit more.
Yes.
Because what's exciting about that to me is there are a lot of people out there who haven't seen much of the world, who haven't ventured outside of their comfort zone in their own little town. So how amazing is it once they step out and they see what's available in their world, they can expand their mind and feel more open to new things.
Absolutely. And I think that that's like one of my most like important passion and mission when I started my travel agency, is because as I started to travel, luckily I was blessed to be able to study abroad. But when I got the chance to travel more and more, I realized like, oh my gosh, like a lot of people that's around me or a lot of people in my community really don't have the opportunity to see all of these things. So they're living through me, they're watching my pictures, they're watching my social media, and then they're asking me questions. And I was like, you know what? If more people had passport scholarships, they would be able to go do the study abroad programs, or, you know, be able to ask questions about how to apply. Am I eligible? Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm not eligible, or passports cost too much, or I don't even know where to start. And it's okay. So I created a safe community where they can ask those questions, and we actually do free workshops every year for Passport Awareness Month in September, and then also for our anniversary in June. And so we do the free community workshop so people can figure out, are they eligible, really understand that passports are not like $500. They're actually less than $200, and you can cover it for 10 years. So those are just some things that people don't know. And so I try to create an awareness of how important passports are and how they can really open up doors. Not only expand your mind, but possibly even your pocketbook. Like you can get additional money, whether it's from job opportunities or just being able to go to a different place and find vendors. So there's so many options out there. And then of course you can always find good food as well.
Wow. And you know what I know about you, Kee, is you are the type of person who would hold someone's hand if they needed step by step, what do I need to do? Because I know there are a lot of people out there who want to travel, but they're afraid. They have some self-confidence issues, and they're afraid of the unknown.
Yes.
What if I do the wrong thing? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I don't have enough money? What if I don't know or understand? And you're the kind of person who say, just call me. Here's my number.
Yes.
Right? You're like, here's my number. And if you need something, just ask. You know, I'm here to help you.
Absolutely. And I think that really just comes from like my passion and love of travel, and knowing how if they could just take that one jump and travel that one time, they'll be more comfortable. And so I do create that type of relationship with my clients because I want them to feel comfortable with being able to ask questions and being able to be better prepared. So we even like sometimes if it is a certain area, there's certain culture restrictions, I let them know in advance. We have like a Zoom meeting or a phone call, and like, hey guys, these are some things that you need to know. These are some things that you need to just keep in mind of.
A preemptive strike.
Yes, like culture differences that you need to just kind of be aware of. And so that's something that I think is very important. And I think that that allows you to also kind of be better prepared.
That's right. Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you said that. I think a lot of times it happens where people they're just apprehensive and they're just not sure. And so how old were you when you first traveled abroad?
And the first time I traveled internationally outside of study abroad was to Canada, and then the next one was Jamaica. I'm trying to remember, that had to be like 8th grade.
Wow. Wow. So so you started out pretty young traveling and getting those experiences of what that was like to be exposed to different environments and different cities and different people. That's amazing, because that's just really a part of your journey.
It is. Because it made me be able to realize that we are more alike than different. Like no matter where I went, I could find some food that I like. So I was always kind of open to trying various foods because I had went to different states and saw things that I had not seen in Memphis, Tennessee. But then on top of that, it just allowed me to see the world in color. That's what I like to say, because it just opens up to all these different ethnicities and different people and different spirits that are just all here, just people, you know, and just all have different stories and reasons and back histories.
Travel is a celebration of color.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yes. I always tell my clients, live your life in color. And sometimes they really may not understand it totally, but I feel like living your life in color is such a bigger understanding of not only our color as far as our ethnicity, but also just as understanding different people and what they bring to the table. So living your life in color is just about going out, being vibrant, being who you are, and also receiving that as well. Receiving people to be who they are and accept them as they are as well. On all different levels.
All levels. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Oh, how awesome. So I want to shift gears a little bit. I love being in this nice, cozy, yummy space about embracing everyone. I want to shift a little bit to swimsuit.
Yes.
Swimsuits. So when people are traveling, sometimes, especially women, something happens. I've had swimsuit malfunction before.
Oh, me too.
I don't know any woman who has not had a swimsuit malfunction. And when that happens, it's embarrassing. It's like, what am I going to do now?
Right.
So tell me about your swimsuit line and how it plays into your travel business.
So I think one of the biggest challenges people have is finding something that they're comfortable in, but also finding something that fits their personality and fits their body type. And for me, I know that growing up, I was kind of like, I don't have the perfect body. Like, I'm really shy when it comes to like wearing swimwear. And so I was like, I'm doing all these vacation spots, and of course, like, I'm able to connect with vendors who have amazing products. And so when I got ready to do my swimsuit line, it was really just because when I was planning these vacations, people were asking me, oh, where do you get your swimwear from? Or where do you know is a good place I could shop with? And I was like, you know what? I understand, like, being a professional, having to like be cute, but also want to be a little sexy, but also not wanting to just show everything. And it's kind of like a balance that you have to play with yourself about being comfortable, but also being cute and sexy and professional, because you're a girl boss. And so I ended up starting to work with a vendor and kind of referring some of my clients to that vendor. And then after a while, we started a collaboration where I will be able to get the swimsuits so that people can have options where they're sexy, but they're also, you know, modestly covered and not have to be all out. But also, it's, you know, it's a little bit of balance. Like, I'm sexy, I'm chic, and I'm here.
Yes, and stylish. I've taken a peek at some of the swimsuits you showed us. They are fabulous.
Thank you.
Beautiful design and really well made too. That's another thing, you know, finding some, like I said, swimsuit malfunction. Sometimes it's because maybe the swimsuit's not very well made. So when you get something that's good quality and looks beautiful and is an expression of your personality, what an amazing product.
Yes.
So very cool. So from there, I want to talk about your wine. And wine is, I don't know, I think wine makes everything more fun.
It does.
Right? Whether you're traveling or spending a night in with the girlfriends, wine is just makes everything more fun. So the wine itself, tell me what makes it so unique. There are a lot of different wines out there, but the kind that you want to offer to people and you think this is a really great product, why is it so great?
So, for one, the taste is amazing. So you not only have a great tasting wine, but it's also for a great cause. So a portion of our proceeds actually support passport scholarships. So the way we even got into this is COVID. Okay, everyone knows. So COVID heavily affected travel. And so when that happened, I was just like, okay, what do I do? How do I maneuver? And I was speaking with some of my travel agents, and they were like, well, why don't we just, instead of, because we of course had to cancel our event, and one of the events that we canceled was the free passport workshop, which is what we did every year. And so when we had to cancel it, I had all this wine that we had got because our highlighted country of the year was Spain, and we were gonna do like a whole VIP day with our guests, but also do the passport workshops. So when that canceled, I'm like, okay, I got all this wine, what am I gonna do with it? And so my travel agents were on a call just kind of masterminding, and they were like, well, why don't we just, you know, see who would like to purchase it as a donation towards our passport scholarships. Boom, it blew up. So we literally sold out of all of our pre-orders in 24 hours. It was such a blessing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even realize that this would even happen. And so it just really took off, and so that's how we ended up being able to do passport scholarships for last year, because pretty much all of the travel was canceled. And so we were able to do 5 scholarships. We actually have it available now for people to apply, and we are super excited that we were able to still contribute the money to do the passport scholarships this year. And then also the taste is amazing. So not only are you sipping with a purpose, you're also having some amazing flavors. So with our mixed berries, it's a semi-sweet red, so more on the sweet red blend side, and it's infused with mixed berries. So you'll taste, you know, strawberries, raspberries, a little bit of cherry, like all infused into that wine. So it gives it an amazing taste. And then we just dropped for Black Friday the Pinot Grigio pear, which we call the perfect pear. It is super amazing as well, and it's a little bit of a play on the Pinot Grigio because you get the sweetness of the pear, but also the crisp of it. So it is super good.
That sounds really delicious. It makes me want to do a wine tasting. I know for myself, whenever I incorporate my spiritual confidence, what some people might call faith, I know that it gives me the strength and the courage and the confidence to overcome these kind of obstacles, right? Do you find that's also true for you?
Absolutely. I say it all the time, like, by faith and by grace. Like, those are like my 2 words that I live by, because sometimes you have to think of some of the opportunities that you get are literally by grace, like the wine opportunity by grace, because it was something that was not initially on my radar. Yeah, I love to collect wine and I love to collect beverages, but it wasn't on my radar to do myself. But because I'm connected to the right people, and I took the jump on faith, it happened. So by faith and by grace is definitely something that I truly believe in. And I think a lot of times it does take in, some people say fake it till you make it, but I think you have to faith it till you make it, because you have to have faith that what you're doing is your purpose, and also that someone bigger than you is looking out for you. And at times it feels like, oh my gosh, like I just want to give up, and you have to just keep faithing it through, because you know it's something that, like, someone around you or someone that you don't even know is looking for what you have to offer. And when you start putting that in your mind and understanding that the faith portion of it, that it's bigger than you, that you're here to serve something that's on your purpose, it really starts to make you understand the faithing it.
Absolutely. I love that. Faith it till you make it.
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 You heard it right here from Kee Eddings. Okay, so give her credit.
I don't know who quoted that though.
I was gonna say that's the first time I've heard of it, so you can give Kee credit for that. You got it. Kee, how can people get in touch with you?
So we actually have 2 websites. For the travel agency, they can reach us at Kizz as in zebra, mypassport.com. And for the wine, Kizz, mylegacy.com. And they can always call as well. Our phone number is 832-779-5330. But both of the websites are full with information as well.
Now, for those watching today who saw our program, can they get a special offer based on what they saw today?
Yes, absolutely. So I love Beyond the Edge production and what you all are doing. So we do have a special code for anyone who wants to order the wine. You can use the code BEYOND, BEYOND, and once you put that code in, you'll save 15% off your orders today.
Thank you, Kee. You've been an amazing guest, and we're so excited to be working with you through the My Passport, Kizz My Passport travel agency.
Absolutely.
And Kizz My Legacy Wine. Thank you again for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.